Israel launched a series of airstrikes across the Gaza Strip early on Tuesday, killing more than 400 Palestinians and marking the deadliest bombardment since the start of the war, according to Gaza's health ministry. The attacks came after Hamas rejected Israeli demands to release half of the remaining hostages as a condition for extending the ceasefire that had been in place since January. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the operation was only the beginning, vowing to continue until all of Israel's war objectives are met, including the destruction of Hamas and the release of hostages still held in Gaza. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, most of those killed were women and children. Over 660 injured people have been brought to hospitals, but many more are believed to be trapped under rubble. The Red Cross has warned that Gaza's already overwhelmed medical facilities are struggling to cope with the influx of casualties. Tommaso Della Longa, spokesperson for the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, said, "Many medical facilities are literally overwhelmed across Gaza," citing reports from the Palestine Red Crescent. Aid agencies have also noted severe shortages of painkillers and other essential medical supplies due to the ongoing blockade imposed by Israel. The Israel Defense Forces and Israel Security Agency issued a joint statement, confirming that the strikes targeted Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad positions, including weapons stockpiles, launch sites, and military infrastructure. As part of the renewed offensive, Israel has ordered Palestinian civilians to evacuate several areas, including Beit Hanun in the north and Kirbet Kuzor, Abbasan al-Kabira, and Abbasan al-Jadida in the south, directing them towards central Gaza. The collapse of the ceasefire follows weeks of stalled negotiations. According to The Guardian's international security correspondent, Jason Burke, Israeli officials claim that targeting Hamas leaders will pressure the group into releasing more hostages. However, many hostage families in Israel remain skeptical of this approach. Burke also noted that Israel's military capabilities have been significantly bolstered over the past 6 weeks. U.S. arms shipments have replenished ammunition stocks, and the Israeli military has repaired equipment and rested troops, making large-scale operations more feasible. Beyond military objectives, Netanyahu also faces political pressure at home. His right-wing allies, who had strongly opposed a permanent ceasefire, are now backing his decision to escalate the conflict. Securing their support is critical for Netanyahu as he navigates upcoming parliamentary votes. Additionally, Netanyahu remains embroiled in a corruption trial, and a court recently allowed him to skip a scheduled hearing due to the renewed war. His decision to dismiss the head of Israel's internal security service has also raised concerns about democratic oversight, with mass protests expected in the coming days. With airstrikes ongoing and the humanitarian crisis worsening, international pressure is likely to mount. However, with U.S. military aid continuing and Netanyahu committed to military escalation, there is little indication that Israel will scale back its offensive in the near future.